I knew something was wrong the moment I saw the bruise on Mike's arm. It peeked out from under the sleeve of his pajamas, like it didn't want to be seen but couldn't stay hidden either. Mike is 8 years old. He's my whole world. Did you fall at the playground again? I asked gently, kneeling down to help him with his coat. We were getting ready to leave my sister Vanessa's house. Mike didn't look at me. He stared at the floor and whispered, I was being too loud. That's when it started. That's when everything began to crack. A week earlier, Vanessa had asked if Mike could stay with her for a few days. I had a big job overseas, and I was nervous about leaving him. But Vanessa said all the right things. Let him bond with his cousins, she said. You're always so tired. You're a single mom, Ray. Let me help. You deserve to breathe. It sounded nice. Kind, even. I wanted to believe she meant well. So I said yes. Just 1 week. I'd be back before he missed me too much. But when I came home, Mike wasn't the same. He was quiet. He flinched at loud sounds. He didn't want to eat much. And then, I saw the bruise. It took 3 days before he told me the truth. That night, he wet the bed. He cried so hard, I thought something terrible had happened. He hugged his pillow and begged, please don't punish me. I'll sleep in the garage again. I promise. Please don't tell Aunt Vanessa. I froze. What did you say? I asked, barely breathing. He looked at me with scared eyes. She said I'm like a broken blender. Loud, pointless, always in the way. I spilled juice once, and she made me sleep in the garage. And when I cried, she hit me with her shoe. I didn't know what to say. My mouth went dry. I called Vanessa that night. She laughed. Are you serious, Ray? That boy is spoiled rotten. I just gave him some structure. You hit him, I said quietly. Oh please. I barely tapped him. You're raising a little princess. Teach him to toughen up. Something inside me broke. I had rebuilt my life from nothing after my ex-husband left and took half my savings. I started a business selling handmade goods online. I worked hard. No help from family. Just me. And Vanessa? Daddy's favorite. She married rich, divorced richer, lived in a fancy house paid for by our parents. Always perfect at family dinners. But behind closed doors? Poison. I started looking deeper. Turns out, Vanessa was stealing money. From the trust fund our grandparents left for both of us. Only her name was on the papers now. How? With the help of an old college friend in financial forensics, I followed the trail. I found spa trips, diamonds, even a private tutor for her parrot. Worse? My parents helped her. They signed the forms. Helped move the money. Lied about me being financially unstable using a fake credit report Vanessa made years ago. They weren't just mean. They were working against me. They thought I wouldn't notice. That I was still the quiet one. The soft, middle child. They were wrong. I had built something. And now, I had proof. And I had filed the first papers. They didn't know yet, but I had already started becoming their worst nightmare. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't beg them to explain. I just stopped calling. While Vanessa sipped wine at another garden party, I sat in a lawyer's office across from Mr. Klein, the old family attorney. He had a folder in front of him. Your grandfather was smart, he said. This trust was meant to be shared equally. If someone changed that, they broke the law. He opened the folder. Inside was proof, my grandfather's handwritten notes, and a special clause. If anyone tampers with this trust without legal permission, it must be investigated. I asked, can this be enforced? He nodded. It already is. Turns out, Grandpa had made me a backup beneficiary in case something shady happened. But Vanessa and my parents kept it quiet. Moved everything into secret accounts. But now? Now I had everything. I hired a child therapist for Mike. His nightmares hadn't stopped. Every session was written down. Every tear counted. I wasn't just planning revenge. I was building a case. 3 months passed. Vanessa sent fake texts. Miss you. Hope you're okay. My parents called once. You should at least send a card, my mother said. Your sister's been stressed. Stressed? From hitting my child? From stealing money? From telling her friends I was a failure? I didn't send a card. I sent a letter. From a lawyer. The letter arrived the same day as her fancy garden party. It froze her bank accounts. My parents' accounts too. The trust was locked. At the top of the letter? Legal notice. Misuse of trust funds. Child abuse investigation opened. I wasn't there, but I heard what happened. Vanessa, all dressed up, guests sipping wine, music playing. Then a courier walked in with a letter that destroyed it all. Soon after, the messages began. You manipulative witch, Vanessa texted. You embarrassed the whole family, Mom wrote. You've ruined your sister's life, Dad added. But I didn't respond. I was too busy watching Mike smile again. We went to the zoo. He laughed. And that night, he said, Mom, I don't think I'm broken anymore. Weeks later, we went to court. Mike spoke to the judge. The therapist's report was clear: emotional abuse, fear, neglect. Vanessa cried in court, said she was protecting the family's name. The judge shook his head. You made a child sleep in a garage. That's not legacy. That's abuse. Vanessa's money was frozen for 18 months. My parents? Banned from handling family funds ever again. I was given full control over Mike's future. His money, his safety, mine to protect. But I wasn't done. I wanted her to feel what Mike felt in that cold garage. So I started a new branch of my business. It was called Room of Light, for women rebuilding their lives after abuse. We offered free therapy for moms and their kids. Legal help. Support. I shared my story online. It went viral. I didn't name Vanessa, but everyone knew. Mike's old teacher reached out. Said she always wondered why he flinched in class after weekends with family. 2 other women messaged me. One was Vanessa's college roommate. Said Vanessa once pushed a girl down the stairs at a party and laughed. The other? A babysitter who'd reported Vanessa to CPS. Nothing was done. Until now. Vanessa finally called. It was midnight. Her voice was tight. You need to take that post down, she hissed. You ruined my life, she snapped. Your little pity project doesn't make you better than us. I took a breath. No, Vanessa. It makes me better than you. She ranted. Said I was jealous. Said I used Mike's pain to play the victim. Then she said, he's a boy. Boys get rough sometimes. It's not my fault your kid is weak. I closed my eyes. Calmly whispered, he's stronger than you'll ever be. Because after all you did, he still hoped you loved him. She went silent. Then hung up. 2 days later, she tried to sue me. The court threw it out. Everything I said was true. And documented. At the next hearing, I submitted more drawings Mike made. One showed a dark garage. Another had Vanessa screaming. The last one made everyone quiet. It showed a boy curled up on the floor, while 3 happy adults sat inside eating cake. When Vanessa saw it, she turned pale. My parents didn't even come to court. But the evidence was clear. Their names were on the stolen documents. Their messages showed what they really thought: family means putting up with pain. Not anymore. The judge ruled. Vanessa, gone from the trust forever. My parents, removed from all family money. Me, given full guardianship of Mike and his future. But the sweetest justice? 2 weeks later, Vanessa's fiancé left her. He left a note saying, "If this is how you treat a child, I don't want to know how you'd treat a husband." Her friends stopped replying. The HOA removed her. The yoga studio she co-owned released a statement. "We do not support abuse or fraud." Her perfect little world crumbled. My parents moved away. Somewhere small. Quiet. I didn't care. I had Mike. He laughed more. Played more. Drew sunshine, not darkness. And one night, when I tucked him in, he held my hand and said, "Mom, you didn't let the monsters win." "No, baby," I whispered. "I didn't. But I still had more to do." With the money I won, and my growing business, I created a second project under Room of Light. This one was for kids hurt by their own families. The ones from fancy homes with deep secrets. We gave them lawyers, therapists, safe schools, a place to heal. Our first scholarship? Named after Mike, the boy who slept in the garage and still dreamed. People messaged us. Parents, teachers, other survivors. One stood out. A young girl said, "Your story helped me speak up. I'm safe now." That was the real victory. Because when people like Vanessa and my parents try to bury you, they don't realize they're planting seeds. And I bloomed. Not in the dark, but in the light. Right where they never thought I'd survive. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Also comment where you're watching from.